Welcome one and all for another moon phase reading. Tonight is the full moon energy. Welcome, I have a tarot reading just for you. Yes, I do. Now. The full moon energy is all about embracing the moment of capturing that essence in the spotlight. And now it's your turn. Now. It is quite a process to be on stage, because before you can get on stage, you have to do all the behind the stage things, and so sometimes it's quite a process to get here, and to actually be here with cheer. And so, tonight we will talk about how setbacks can be, well, quite disappointing, but how it motivates us, and how it cosmically redirects us into our best selves, into a performance that we would never have created elsewise. And so that is the nature of tonight's reading, the nature of the full moon, the nature of being on stage is what we don't see. Welcome one and all for another full moon phase divination reading. This one is 2026 February 1st in Aquarius with the air energy and the winter setting. Okay, so we got some tarot reading cards. We got the Gilded Tarot Royale that I'm gonna use today as our primary cards, and followed by the confirmation cards of the Fae Tarot that I'm treating as oracle cards. Okay, so I'm doing that. And these are my own psychic test cards that I will be using just to display today's energy. They are available for purchase if you would like to check out my website and support me. Okay, so full moon. It is the full moon energy, which means we have a circle here representing the full moon. Full moon represents water, so that is a card on the table in play today. What else do we got? We got Aquarius. It is the time of Aquarius for this full moon reading of 2026, February 1st. Aquarius is an air element. So we got the air element on the table. And we also got another water, representing the season of winter, which it is right now for this reading. Okay, with those energies in play, now I'll shuffle this and draw 4, and then I'll shuffle these ones and draw 4 confirmation cards. Okay. I'm wearing gloves, so I'm not gonna shuffle too well in the full moon readings, but let's try to see if I can. Now, 2026 is the year numerologically of 1, and so that means individuality. It means new beginnings. All right, here we go. There we go, shuffled. Okay, 4 cards. 4 cards. Aquarius air energy. Now, all of these readings are timeless readings, so if anything doesn't fit with your situation, or you're just not in the mood for this, check out another reading, years ago or years from now. There we go. Got 4 cards right there. Time is relative, and it's all about how you feel when you feel it. Okay, here's some confirmation cards I will attempt to shuffle with these gloves. Okay, Happy New Year. This is 2026. It is also February, the season of love. Let's see. Put that there. Okay, so 2026. It's been a long time coming. Finally, we are in the year of one. So, what do we got for February? The first of the February. What do we got? Full moon energy? Oh no. We have heartache, followed by... Interesting. How interesting. I think this is your career. This is your creative path. This is, you know, launching off, but you didn't launch off. And so there's quite a lot of heartache with that. Yeah, what else we got? The spark of inspiration and creativity. Not being lit. Oh, yeah. Followed by the pride in your work card. So, yeah, this is a career reading, definitely. And, yeah, 9 of Cups. Your wares, your products aren't in stock at the moment. Oh gosh, and the fireman, the grumpy fireman. Very interesting reading for February. Okay, remember, we are in the year of one, so February means self-love as well. 9 of Swords in reverse. I believe that's a good sign. Oh, interesting. Okay. What an intriguing reading. Alright, so. This is full moon energy. We got water. This is Aquarius energy. We got air. And this is winter energy. We got water again. Or kind of ice. Okay. So, this is about your career. Now, do realize we're still in the winter. Okay. Now, things naturally, you know, we say New Year's is, you know, January 1st. But the spring is all the way like March 20th. So, you know, we're still in the void. We're still in the frozen state. Things are starting to thaw out. So, in February, you know, a lot of us could feel like we're supposed to be somewhere faster, greater, bigger, better than we are right now. And that's very depressing. That's very, it gets you angry, it gets you depressed, it's heartbreaking. Especially when the universe is trying everything it can to prevent your success by, you know, demonic spiritual warfare and energetic manipulation. There's that. And things just, you know, aren't working together, aren't fitting together, aren't falling into place. And so this provides a very difficult scenario where you got life constantly throwing water on your spark of inspiration. And so how do you rekindle that flame, that passion for your work, for your craft, for your job? you're heartbroken because you didn't launch off, and you can't find that spark of motivation to work on your projects. You wanted to be successful by this time, but the merch isn't in the store right now, and there's angry at the universe, angry at the self, and it's important to realize that we need time to rest, we need time to heal. When we're facing tragedy and trauma, society doesn't teach us to respect our pain enough to heal it, to step away and stuff. We're not told to heal. Healing is seen as a weakness, and so we're told to keep pushing forward. And what we need is time to rest, time to heal, time to rejuvenate. Because this is the in the upright, this is trauma, this is wild thoughts, this is nightmares, and combined with the heartache, with the trauma, with the recent wound to everything. It's a good sign that this is in reverse, in the down left, because all these thoughts, they're no longer doing damage. You can process it more clearly. And so, like, there's still going to be the occasional thought here and there, but you've learned how to process it and place certain things aside, compartmentalize. Now, interesting, it's paired with this. Okay, so this is like the goal, right? This is your deadlines, this is your aspirations, that you had all these plans to do this, and this, and this is one of those plans, this is one of those goals. It's in reverse because you didn't meet your deadline, you didn't meet that goal, and so you're angry at the missed opportunity, whatever your circumstance. There's many factors in play. Don't just blame yourself. The universe is designed to restrict us, to prevent us, and we're constantly having to overcome thing after thing after thing after thing. So it's part of being here on Earth is to be interfered with. There is a spiritual war. There are malevolent entities trying to manipulate us, to cause us to doubt ourselves, cause us to get depressed, angry, to redirect us. For some reason, there's some sort of force that doesn't like love and stability and functionality, and that's what we're trying to do. That's all we're trying to do, is create something loving, create something stable, create something that's functional. And for some reason, something out there doesn't want that and will always attack good, innocent people, because we're just trying to live, and that's always prevented. And so don't put all the blame on yourself. If you're tired, if you feel lazy, well, that's probably because you have lingering trauma. Probably because you need the time to feel comfortable, to relax. And then all these things online are telling you to go harder, faster, stronger, but that's horrible advice, because you need the comfort, you need the security. You've been traumatized. So yeah, just don't put all the blame on yourself, but there's also things you can do. And unfortunately, we were never taught what to do. We were never taught how to get a job. We were taught how to obey, how to fear the system, how to fear the parental unit that never provides for us. We were never taught how to survive, and so, the economy is terrible. No one can afford anything right now. So times have changed since people were able to provide for a whole family just with one income. But that time is not anymore. We're living in a different world. And when we were children, no one taught us how to go get a resume or fill out an application. I mean, technology changed from walking down the street to asking for an application that you fill out there, to having to go online and fill out like 2 hours worth of internet questions just to get rejected. And if you don't have a computer, you have to travel all the way to the library. And if you don't have a card, they only give you like 15 minutes, and it takes 2 hours to fill out those things. And so yeah, it's a struggle. So cut yourself some slack here. Like, the world is designed to be cruel in the way that it will affect us the most. And so we get a bunch of experience, and trauma helps us to remember, spiritually, our souls. Trauma is necessary for us to hold on to lessons so they don't fade in time. And so, why we take all these difficult lives with all this trauma that we can't handle is because, well, it does provide a lesson somehow, some way, that our spirit will remember. And then next time we're in that situation, unconsciously, we don't physically remember it with our brains. We'll just we'll avoid going down that one path because we know where it leads spiritually. Like, okay, this is a danger, let's prepare for this. And no one trains you for that. It's just like this instinct. And so why do we have these instincts? Well, maybe in previous life we learned harsh lessons and everything. So there's that. This is the heartache that you thought you would launch off. Let's just say YouTube, for example. You thought your YouTube channel would take off by now. It didn't. It causes a lot of heartache and stress. So the spark of inspiration that you had in the beginning has went out, and when the spark of inspiration goes out, you don't actually build or create your projects. And so this goes with ego. Like, you start self-doubting yourself, you spend more time editing, and then you don't publish it because it's not good enough yet, the perfectionist mindset. And then once you do upload something, I've faced this myself because I'm still in the early stages here, and I've been heavily spiritually attacked, and so I had to go spend my time crying instead of posting a video. But gosh, I got to this place where after I waited all day for it to render, like a long video, like 3 hours long, 4 hours long, and then after it renders, then I find something wrong with it, that it didn't render like it looked like in the editing window. When it rendered, it looked completely different. So I had to go back, alter it so it would look better, and then re-render it again. That took hours. And then I finally uploaded it, and that took the entire day. Like, I did actually meet a deadline, when I failed deadlines before, but with that particular video, I was able to meet that deadline, like, on that day, but, like, at nighttime, the very end, when I wanted to upload it in the morning. So finally, after all this time, it was finally uploaded. No issues with the music or anything. And so it was good to go, and I published it. It went public. But then this overwhelming depression set in after I did that, because I'm still in the early stages, and I'm not seeing recognition. I'm not seeing any results from my efforts. I spent a lot of time editing and everything, and so that depression set in, because no one's gonna see this, no one's gonna like it. If it does get interacted with, then some horrible person will just dislike it for no reason at all. And you know, I always use clean language and stuff, so this is similar to what this energy is. Like, you thought you'd go places by now, whatever your situation is, but you're not there, and you feel like you should be so farther along in your journey, and you're barely taking off. Like, you know, you need like a tire inflated with air to actually roll and everything, but this is like anything you do, the tire just can't hold air, and so it doesn't go anywhere. And yeah, that really smothers the spark of inspiration, that willpower to keep going. Like, you love what you're doing, you got such a passion for it, but it's that momentum. You can't really get started. Like, once you just make yourself do something creatively, then eventually you'll get that spark going, more motivation. You'll finally post something, and another thing, and another thing. This is like the merch, like neglecting the merch. Like, you want all the merch that you make yourself with your inspiration and creativity and stuff, but because you're too busy healing and comforting yourself through all this trauma, your career kind of saves you from that, but because the career's not launching off, then you're stuck with the trauma again, and the nightmares, more spiritual interference, blocking everything. So you don't get your merch line out, you don't get your products, and so yeah, that affects your ego, that affects your motivation, your emotions, and overall your agenda. Like, you know, I wanted to help people, I wanted to inspire people, I wanted to be the light of hope in the darkness. And then so I started making these short videos of my bigger videos, and yeah, it finally had an interaction, but it was a dislike. And so I'm like, well, why am I putting all of this effort into trying to help someone else have a better day when the universe just constantly only sends the daggers and makes me bleed? Like, it's only disrespect, it's only negativity. And so, you know, I go out of my way, I spend all my time for free, because this is not paying off at all. And I didn't plan on talking about this, but this is the energy here, and so this is what you're feeling. And yeah, it leads to anger. It's like, well, why help people if the people are just going to be mean, and that alters the agenda. It turns a healer into a destroyer. And yeah, this is the year of 2026. This is the year of 1. This is the year of self-love, especially in February, with the winds of change and redirection. You gotta focus on yourself. You gotta figure out the why. Focus on the purpose. Like, why are you doing this? What is the purpose that you're doing this? Why is this so passionate that you work on this project? And as hard as it is, don't focus on the other people, on the numbers. Don't focus on the dislikes, because the dislikes are energy. Even though it's negative, it's still energy put into your platform, and so it does help it. It's just it's not ideal, because emotionally it's so toxic. And but yeah, it's like, this is like, you didn't meet your deadline, but this is a fantastic card. Especially like the time is relative kind of thing. You gotta adapt. Like, if this was like this, and this would be stressing over not meeting a deadline. This is like, okay, I didn't meet the deadline. Well, I got other things to do. I'll do it later. Okay? And that's a fantastic perspective to have when you're dealing with a bunch of projects, when you're learning how to, because no one taught you this. No one teaches us anything. We have to become adults and then start YouTube channels and then figure out what we learned and then share our knowledge, so then other adults can find those videos and actually be educated. There's no educational system that actually tells us how to stay motivated, how to keep on going, how to ignite that spark, how to heal. So, my point over here is that you're learning to go with the flow. Okay, so you didn't meet this deadline. It's not a big deal. Now, it's disappointing, and it's a lesson to never print a deadline, saying like it has to be done at a certain time, it will be done. It's a great motivator, like on your to-do list, that you want to get it accomplished here, but then life happens. Then trauma happens, then everything happens. And sometimes we are prevented so that later, when we have to put the projects aside and then go back to it, later we see those projects and it's like, oh, well, it's so much better if I just do this and that. And we wouldn't have done that if we just, for lack of a better term, allowed to do the thing we wanted to do in the first place. And so, for example, my tarot readings, like this, I'm becoming more consistent. I'm doing shorter things in this is the moon phase. And so, for example, for this, I began the moon phase as like this big 3 to 4 hour chunk of time, with different piles or whatever. And yeah, I mean, it's not a normal tarot reading. I'm a fool. I'm a jester, so I like doing something theatrical and weird for the first bit, and then, you know, get into the tarot reading. And so I decided, especially the editing format, because I wasn't confident to talk to the camera at that time, and so I was like, I need to write a script. And then just the process of editing that just took way too long. So the moon phase stuff that I began, I think in 2024, I think it was September, possibly, but I don't know. 2024 Like, I tried this, the moon phase thing, and my intention was to do every single moon phase. But I kept talking, I kept writing more, and I kept talking throughout, like, all these things. And so, my point is, I had a lot to say. And so, I decided to start doing vlogs because I needed to get my words out in some sort of outlet. And so, you know, that pushed all my words to the vlogs, and then that freed up the tarot readings to be focused on the tarot readings. I still want to do my foolish gesturing nonsense in the beginning, like a theatrical performance, just to entertain people, because I like performing, I like entertaining. And the more I do that, the more I'm gonna be better at it in those theatrical videos. And so, you know, if someone doesn't like the tarot readings, but they like the theatrics, they can just watch the theatrical bits and then, you know, ignore the tarot stuff. Or they just want the tarot, they don't want the theatrics, and they just go in for the tarot, ignore the theatric bits. And then others will like the theatrics and the tarot and will watch all of it. So, yeah, that's what timestamps are for. You got options. And, yeah, so my point is, like, because one thing didn't work out, then I had to, like, branch out to different things, and that kind of made my projects better. And now, because these are more shorter, you know, I'm trying to limit these to around 30 minutes for the tarot section, and do the theatrics, like 5 minutes, and then 30 in the middle. Maybe. I don't know. But, my point is, like, the delays that we face, when we're forced to step away and go back to the project, then, we can see it from a different perspective. We can, you know, put some energy over there, some energy over there, and freeze up the energy here. So, yeah, about the time thing, that's also what I wanted to say. So, the moon phase, it's currently March 23rd, as I'm filming this, and, I just filmed the full moon phase for 2026 January 3rd today, followed by 2026 February 1st, the next full moon phase, because I still got the gloves on. So I'm streamlining the process. I'm making things easier for myself. I'm learning how to work smarter, not harder. And you know, with time, like, I have a goal to publish all the moon phases before my main day, which is April Fool's Day. You know, April 1st, which happens to be another full moon. So that's another thing that I'll probably film today, because I got these gloves on. And then I gotta do the other moons. So time, when you're not meeting a deadline, like, realize that time is relative. Like, I'm doing things now about the past because I want the complete set. Because if something delays you, and there's like a big event, and something happens and you can't put your energy or time or resources into this big event, this once in a year kind of thing, like Halloween, for example. If every year you keep the universe keeps doing something to prevent you from having a good Halloween, well, then that shifts your agenda. And now, for myself, Halloween, for me and my audience, is now on every 13. Because I'm tired of the universe taking Halloween away from me. Halloween's every day. Halloween is every night, so I'm making that a reality for Halloween videos, trick-or-treat readings, on every 13. However, I did not meet 2 of those deadlines, and so that's another thing about time, is that you don't want to rush a project out. Okay, the trick-or-treat things, I gotta edit, like I gotta choose my words and sync it up to the movement and everything, because I'm wearing a mask and just gesturing, then I think of the words later. So it's a bigger production than like these kind of things, where I can just display and then post. And so that's the thing about time. Don't be so strict on yourself with the deadlines. Quality matters more than quantity. You want something once it is posted, then it's ready to be viewed. You don't want like a project half done that's posted, or like a video game that's half made that's played. You want the full complete project that's posted. So if there's a delay in time, if you don't meet your deadline, then that's fine. Just update, like if you happen to have a following, update digitally. Okay, the projected timeline has now altered to this, and yeah, don't let it discourage you. Like, just because you missed Halloween doesn't mean you can't go back in time right now and do something with Halloween right now. You don't have to wait until next year. Time is relative, so keep that in mind. And you're not feeling in the mood to do your creative stuff until you actually do it. That's the trick, is that you gotta decide you're gonna do it today and do something. It doesn't have to be long, it doesn't have to be much, but just because you did something, that'll like activate you to continue doing that. And that's the trick. Like, we always wait, especially us intuitive creative types, we're waiting to feel that spark. We're waiting to feel in the mood, but we gotta learn how to get ourselves in that mood. Like, get another goal and say 1 product. Okay, you want all 9 of these? Just focus on 1. And just do something. Don't publish it. Don't expect yourself to publish 1 of these, because you're still like dealing with trauma and everything. But think of concepts. Think of designs, coloring, shapes, just for 1. And just because you started thinking about that, started actually drawing the shapes, this happens all the time, then suddenly you got 3 of these when you weren't even ready to do 1. So that's how it works. You gotta make yourself do something creative, and that'll get that spark going. So and just figure out the process, because like YouTube, for example, is about consistency, and so that's why I'm making these shorter videos. That's why I can't ramble on for hours. And so that's your message right there. And so you remember self-love. This is February energy, and the year of 1, self-love. You gotta tend to yourself. You gotta do something that makes you happy. Not like, don't follow a trend. Don't do something because you think it's the appropriate way. Like, if it makes you happy, then invest in that and go with it. So and create. Allow yourself to be flexible. Don't just like settle into one process. Experiment. So that's my advice for you. Okay, so have a great night, and go create something. And now the reading has concluded. And you, yes you have your reading. So now, you get to benefit from this. Remember to rest and treat every setback as an opportunity to change the game. Stop recording.